You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
Another rendition of the Redbird rivalry. The Ball State Cardinals in Game 2 of this doubleheader. They take on the undefeated Miami Redhawks. Good afternoon, I'm Roen Elbert, joined by my partner LJ Shrieve. We were on tap for such a great game to start our day. Ball State Eastern Michigan women's basketball. Cardinals win by 4. Now here we go on the men's side for the MAC opener between the Cardinals and the Redhawks.
MAC opener number 2 this time for the men's side, Roen. It's an exciting day here in Muncie, Indiana. And man, did the boys have a test against Miami. So good to start the season. I think people knew they were going to be good this year, but did they know 11-0 good? I don't know.
Yeah, it's the best start in program history by a mile. You look at their recent wins, taking down Wright State, Eastern Kentucky, but really just a balanced effort for the head coach Travis Steele and his Redhawks. What has really stood out to you about Miami?
Well, you just mentioned it, a balanced attack. I mean, they can go to so many different options. They have guys that can score, distribute, defend, but the thing that really sticks out to me is this team isn't all new guys. They don't have a whole bunch of transfers coming in. They don't have a whole bunch of freshmen. They didn't lose a bunch of pieces. This team's played together, been together. Not the whole team, obviously. You know, that's dang near impossible in today's age of college athletics. But they have done such a good job at the mid-major level to retain players, and it's all culture. Their culture is phenomenal, and that's why they're 11-0.
Yeah, and then you look at Ball State on their side, a 3-8 record. They start 2-0. But 1-7 in the recent stretch. The win against Lemoyne, but they're looking to snap a 3-game skid.
Yeah, they've struggled. Their last 2 have been very, very close losses. And so it's not like they're getting, just tossed around by everyone they play. They're competing and playing at a high level. They just haven't been able to close out games. And so if they're able to keep this one close, this is going to be their hardest one yet to close out.
One of the bright spots, though, for Ball State, you got to talk about Joey Hart and what he's been able to do. 18 points against South Dakota State in what was really his debut because he only played 8 minutes against Evansville. Then against Campbell in the last game, 15 points. Joey Hart, coming back from injury, he's done so much for this Cardinal team.
Yeah, Joey Hart, we knew last year when he transferred in from Kentucky that he would be a contributor. We just weren't sure when that would be. Well, it's here.
And here we are. The Ball State Cardinals come out on the floor. So do the Miami Redhawks. Miami, going back to them, 11-0. One of 7 teams in the nation that are undefeated right now. It's unreal what the Redhawks have been able to do. Due in large part to a guy who's been one of their most consistent threats really going into last season as well, Peter Suter from Carmel, Indiana.
That's right, Peter Suter. He's a Carmel High School graduate. That's where I graduated from
there
as
you
well.
Go, there you go.
Yeah, we have a lot in common, and I think that's where it actually ends because he is phenomenal on the basketball court. The transfer from Bellarmine came in last year, contributed immediately, had a career-high game, 42 points against Air Force last season, so they found out this guy can score the ball, but, man, he defends at a high level. He can shoot pretty well, but also just a very good communicator. He's a leader and someone that this team needs, and is a huge reason why they're having the success that they're having.
Yeah, much love to the Carmel Greyhounds, but for Ball State now, in such a big game, the MAC opener, it almost feels like a must-win, especially with the way the non-conference slate went, even though it's not over. A week from Monday, they take on Earlham, a Division III school right here at Worthen Arena. But, LJ, what are the keys to the game for both teams?
Yeah, Ball State needs to just play their game. They can't get caught up in, well, this team is really, really good. We all know that. There's no reason to focus on that. Worry about yourselves. Control what you can control. If they can come in here with the home environment that's very respectable, especially with no students on campus. The Ball State faithful have shown out, and so come in here, use that momentum, get off to a hot start, and then play at your pace. Get Joey Hart, continue to keep him involved. If they can do that, I think they can compete in this game. Miami, I think it's almost just you got to just do what you've been doing, because whatever it is, it's working. They have done such a phenomenal job having all these different contributors. Don't just rely on some of your top guys. Spread the ball, play good defense. I don't think there's much to worry about for Miami in this one. Ball State, they're the ones that they got nothing to lose here. It's game 1 of the MAC season, but no one's given them a chance in this game. They got to come in and just use that to their advantage.
Yeah, and this is a Cardinal team that a lot of guys who are unproven. They've said that in interviews. Guys like Davion Hill, who said that I've always had to do more because, my lack of height. Stuff like that. The Cardinals have guys like that on this team, which makes this matchup a lot more fun considering that they're the underdogs here.
It 100% does. They're playing spoiler today, and not, as much as the records show, non-conference doesn't matter anymore. It's all about what can you do in conference play. And so we talked about it for the girls, and it's the same thing for the boys. Both teams 0-0.
It's weird because, the Cardinals did struggle, and then Miami had an incredible non-conference, but it's wiped out the moment you start MAC play because, quite frankly, for Miami, if you don't win, if you don't win this game, all of a sudden, what does that 11-0 start mean to you? You got to think about things like that. It's really interesting. But for the Cardinals right now at this point, 3-8 on the season, how much do you think there's a chip on their shoulder?
Well, I think there has to be a solid size chip because, like I said, what do you have to lose? Why wouldn't you have a big chip on your shoulder? You've competed in the last 2 games. You're frustrated that you're not getting wins. Well, instead of just letting that defeat you, you got to rally together, and that's what creates strong teams, is struggle and then rallying back. And so the Cardinals have an opportunity to do that today and start 1-0 in conference play.
We'll be right back with the starting 5. You're listening to Ball State men's basketball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paintwork on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Hey Cardinal fans, show your pride wherever you go with the Ball State Financial Debit Card, now featuring your favorite mascot, Charlie Cardinal. It's the perfect card for students, alumni, and lifelong fans, letting you show your Cardinal spirit with every purchase you make. And with Ball State Financial, you'll get all the convenience, security, and hometown service you deserve from people who love this community as much as you do. Explore the card in your hometown credit union at fcfcu.com/chirp. Ball State Financial, your hometown credit union.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is Sports Link Digital.
We return to Worthen Arena. The Ball State Cardinals getting set to tip off against the Miami Redhawks at any moment. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, though, starting with the visiting Redhawks. The guards are Evan Ipsaro, who's had a career year for the Redhawks, leading them in scoring alongside Peter Suter, the Bellarmine transfer from our All-MAC first team. In the middle, it's Ian Elmore, Antoine Woolfolk down low as well. And then Brant Byers, he rounds out the starting five, coming off a career high of 27 points. Brant Byers against Wright State. He was just doing it all.
He really was. And, I mean, when you have options like Miami does, you just never know. Day in, day out, who are you going to go to? Who's going to light it up? Tonight? Excuse me, not tonight. Man, we were talking about this earlier. Roen and I were talking about this earlier. When you're in a basketball arena, it just feels like it's the evening. It feels like it's night, but it's just afternoon.
Especially when they dim the lights like what they're doing right now. For the Ball State Cardinals, they're switching it up once again. We were talking about with the women's side, Brady Salih. That's a guy, he doesn't really change the starting five ever. On the men's side, Michael Lewis, he's always toying with it, always trying to make any kind of adjustment. For the Cardinals, it's Davion Hill at the point guard spot. Then at the 2, it's Devin Barnes out there. Devin Barnes really solid off the bench. He gets a shot in the starting lineup. Hasn't started the last 2 games. Joey Hart at the 3. We talked about him a little bit in the pregame. What he's done scoring the ball, tremendous. Mason Jones is the only guy in this starting lineup who has started every game this year for the Cardinals, and he's one of the few returners for this Ball State team as well. And then rounding out the 5, down low, the big man, Preston Copeland, the freshman who's done so much for this Ball State team.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Starting lineup, you just never really know. This one seems to be pretty solid, and I mean, as they announce it right now, you see Joey Hart coming out. That's someone that we look for today. Should be interesting to see how he plays, still getting acclimated back to, so many games, but man, he's looked really good. We'll see if he can do it against the best team that they've played all year.
With Devin Barnes entering the starting lineup, that means Armani Ziegler is out of the 5 for the first time this year. An interesting choice for really one of the Cardinals' top guys to be out of the starting lineup. As Ball State, they get ready to take the floor after the introductions. The Cardinals wearing their all-white uniforms today, the red lettering, the red numbering with the black trim. The Miami Redhawks in their all-red uniforms, the white stripes on the shorts and the white lettering, white numbering. Travis Steele, head coach for the Redhawks in his 4th year at the helm, going up against Michael Lewis for the Cardinals in his 4th year at the helm. Just moments away from the tip. 2 teams who had polar opposites when it comes to non-conference play. The Cardinals 3-8, Miami 11-0. We're just about to get started. Ball State goes left to right, Miami right to left. The Redhawks with Antoine Woolfolk to tip it off. The Cardinals with Preston Copeland. Packed house here for an afternoon matchup at Worthen Arena on a Saturday afternoon, and here we go. Ball State, like we mentioned, left to right they go with Davion Hill. Takes a few dribbles to his left. He's on the left arc. Straight away, Joey Hart thought about a 3. He instead goes off to his right. Swings it out straight away, Mason Jones. Cardinals spreading the love on the perimeter so far. Copeland, top of the key. The handoff to his right to Hill. He's trapped in a double team, goes off to his left to Jones. Now it's Hart far corner, bounce pass into the mid-range area, looks for Mason Jones, out of bounds off of the Redhawks. It stays here as it was out on that far side. 20 on the shot clock. Cardinals reset. Davion Hill to inbound. Peter Suter guarding him up close. And now the officials are having a conversation real quickly. Mason Jones goes over to the far side looking like he wants to inbound. Michael Lewis, he's talking to the officials. He's confused. I think we all are. Now they inbound from the baseline. That was what they were talking about. Davion Hill to inbound. Gives the Copeland left wing. Straight away Jones. Three-pointer off the right side of the rim. Inhaled by Suter. Now Miami takes up with Ipsaro. The handoff to Suter. The Redhawks with their usual 5 out there as Ipsaro drives in right side. The kick out straight away. Suter off balance pass to the left to Elmer. He drives in another pass outside to Peter Suter. Back over to Elmer. Now it's Woolfolk. He drives in middle of the lane. Pickpocketed by Joey Hart, but he gets it right back. Goes glass off back iron. Jones the rebound.
Very strong defensive possession right there for the Cardinals.
We're in the first minute of play. No score. Davion Hill has it poked away. He gets it right back for the Cardinals, though. Pick and roll. Mason Jones underneath the basket and good. Cardinals 2-0.
Quite the smooth slip cup there from Jones, and good vision from someone who usually doesn't throw a whole lot of assists.
Mason Jones gets the scoring started for the Cardinals. About 90 seconds deep into this one. Antoine Woolfolk on the high block. Goes off to the perimeter. A handoff straight away to Brant Byers. The kick out left wing. Three-pointer. Suter, it's cash. Peter Suter gives Miami the 3-2 lead. Ball State, they look to counter on the right side of the floor. Pressing Copeland on the right side. On the perimeter, the give to Joey Hart. Swings the rock over to Davion Hill to the left. Devin Barnes in control, top of the key. Joey Hart tries to drive in. He kicks out Preston Copeland. 5 on the shot clock. Davion Hill, he's in the jam. Has to take a deep three. Goes off the back iron.
Did they get a single paint touch on that possession?
I don't think they – not even in the perimeter, I don't think. But Peter Suter has it for Miami. Thought about a right wing three. He instead goes out to Ipsaro, who drives in with his left hand. Open driving lane. Too easy. 2 points there for Evan Ipsaro. 5-2 Miami. Now Devin Barnes for the Cardinals. Feed into Mason Jones. His pull-up J is off glass and good from the free throw line. Mason Jones has the first 4 points for Ball State.
Something you don't hear very often.
Not too often. Jones, he nearly intercepts that pass on the right side. Joey Hart pickpockets. Devin Barnes and transition, lays it up and in. Ball State a 6-5 lead. 3 minutes gone in the first half.
Back-to-back possessions that are just really strong. And then a sloppy turnover comes here for the Redhawks.
That's about as sloppy as it gets, LJ. Ian Elmer going across court, nobody home, goes out of bounds on the far side. Both teams do make changes. Luke Skaljek and Almar Atlason check in for Miami. And for Ball State, it's Elmore James checking in. James, the inbound to Devin Barnes, who takes it up. Barnes, a transfer from UTEP. The give to Hart, left wing, three-pointer, rims out, Byers the board. Miami, they slow it down with Ipsaro. Back out Atlason. He drives in on the low block, goes glass, misses the layup strong. Cardinals get it. Ball State a 1 point lead, 16 minutes to go in the first half. Devin Barnes gets through the defense, a pull-up jumper from the free throw line, in and out. Miami, the strong board from Skaljak. Peter Suter, the give to Skaljak. Now it's Ipsaro on the right wing. Redhawks spreading the love on the perimeter. Ipsaro tries to drive in. He kicks out straight away. Three-pointer. Atlason cans it. Miami takes the lead back 8-6.
Man, there was no one even close to him. A wide-open three-pointer. A big shot for Miami.
The Bradley transfer, Atlason, was on an island. Joey Hart pick and roll. Mason Jones, he collides with a Redhawk. Backs down a defender, goes up and over and through. Mason Jones, 6 points. He ties it up at 8.
2 points over his average already.
Going strong is Peter Suter for Miami. No foul called on the layup. Cardinals get possession back. Devin Barnes drives on the baseline. The kick out on the left wing to Joey Hart. Now back straight away, Barnes. On the right wing, he drives in baseline, loses control. Brant Byers tries to take advantage. Elmore James picks it up for Ball State and goes strong with the layup. 10-8 Ball State lead, 15 minutes to go in the first half. Almar Atlason again open straight away. He drives in this time. He's double-teamed. Mason Jones wrestling him for the ball. Jump ball called. The possession arrow points towards Miami, and a timeout is called. A media timeout, the first one we have. 10-8 Cardinals. Ball State, hey, maybe so far, I mean, again, you have to remember we're 5 minutes into this contest, proving a lot of people wrong so far.
Mason Jones 3 for 4, his only miss being a three-point attempt. I mean, I don't know what more you can ask for from the guy that's been the most consistent, at least in the starting lineup, coming out in MAC play, has played the most MAC games out of anyone on that team in the Cardinal and white, and so he knows what this means, and he's coming out here and playing like it, looking very, very strong, confident. Usually you don't see that confidence from Mason Jones, at least on the scoring side of things, and I don't know what it is or what shifted mentally for him, but he has come out looking different.
Head coach Michael Lewis is constantly singing Mason Jones' praises, and for good reason. Michael Lewis said he's one of the most hardworking guys in practice. He was telling me before the season that in those fall training workouts, he was leading the team in rebounds, and it makes sense, a very physical player, and it makes sense that he's getting the majority of his points down low in the paint.
Yeah, he knows how to operate and work down there, use his body correctly and to his advantage, but then also just that first bucket that he had, that slip cut that was just so quick, and then the ability to see it from Joey Hart, a guy who doesn't even average 1 assist a game, and so already to get above his average there in the first minute or so, that was a wonderful pass and good vision. And a tough finish. The Cardinals look very, very strong. Now, not to say they haven't had those possessions that are a little shaky. They had one early where the shot clock was just dwindling down. Miami plays really strong. Fundamental defense. Communication is huge for them defensively. And they switch off the ball 1 through 5. And so when you're playing a team like that, those slip cuts are going to be huge. And that's what the Cardinals need to look for as this game continues.
Yeah, with 14:53 to go in the first half, Ball State a 10-8 lead over Miami. For the best stories in Ball State sports, our latest videos, and SportsLink program information, you can find this at ballstatesportslink.com. Again, ballstatesportslink.com. Speaking of Mason Jones, we got a story coming soon your way about Mason Jones and his dream of maybe becoming a police officer down the line. That'll be a very interesting story coming out soon by some of the best storytellers out there at Ball State SportsLink. Miami to inbound on the baseline. Trey Perry who checks in, the true freshman. He had it on the near corner. The kick out to Ian Elmer. Atlason straight away. They reset. He's guarded by Caden Fish who checks in for the first time for Ball State. Near corner, Brant Byers, he tries a three. It's well short, and it looked like it was tipped by Armani Ziegler. Either way, a shot clock violation goes to the Cardinals.
Very impressive to get a closeout where you tip the ball on a three-point shot and not fouled. Not easy to do. The Cardinals with a fundamental defensive stop.
Devin Barnes straight away had a screen from Jones. He gives out to Ziegler on the right side, guarded by Elmore. Elmore James has it, top of the key at the free throw line. Drives in, backs down a defender, goes up and over and through. Elmore James tacks on 2 for the Cardinals.
Man, that's a tough move down low. A lot of muscle getting moved and a tough finish.
Atlason at the top of the key. Caden Fish guards him closely. The give out to Skaljek to the right. To the free throw line he drives. Kicks out near corner. Byers gets a man to jump. Drives baseline. Goes glassing good. Brant Byers coming off a career high gets 2 points. 12-10 Ball State leads with under 14 minutes to go in the first half. Mason Jones controls it. He swings it over to Armani Ziegler on the left side. Cardinals hand it off on the perimeter. Mason Jones controls the lob over to Elmore James on the right side. far corner, Devin Barnes in control, 5 on the shot clock. He drives on the baseline, cuts out to the right. Armani Ziegler drives in, up and over off the left side of the rim. Out of bounds, the foul called goes against Ball State, so Miami gets possession.
Wow. Quite the possession for you, Roen.
It made me change accents. I don't know how that happened, but Juwan Maxey checks in for Devin Barnes for Ball State.
And again, that's the defense that you see from Miami right there, just holding you to the end of the shot clock, not having a good look. Very, very solid, and I'm curious to see if that continues.
Luke Skaljek swings over left side. Trey Perry, he tries a 3 off back iron. Maxey collects the miss. Maxey takes it up for the Cardinals. The give out to Mason Jones on the left arc. Handoff Elmore James. Cardinals reset with 10 seconds gone on the shot clock. 15 now. Armani Ziegler on the right wing. Lasers it over to Caden Fish. Juwan Maxey trapped on the far side. He's fouled by Atlason. That prompts the Redhawks to make a pair of changes. Peter Suter and Antoine Woolfolk, they check back in for Atlason and Byers. Jones inbound on the far side. It's Armani Ziegler, right wing. He's guarded by Suter. The give inside to Juwan Maxey in the paint. Double team, goes strong with it, and it swirls in. How about Juwan Maxey making it 14-10?
Tough finish with people all around him. Maxey standing at a couple inches shorter.
Trey Perry tries a 3 for Miami. It's offline. Ball State in transition. Armani Ziegler to the cup, lays it up and through. Cardinals 16-10. Luke Skaljek on the left wing. He is clamped up by Juwan Maxey. They have to go back outside. Ian Elmer, a straightaway 3-pointer. He swirls it in, cutting the Ball State lead down to 3. Ian Elmer, the junior, getting that to fall for Miami. So Juwan Maxey takes it back up for the Cardinals left to right. He's in a double team on the left wing and bounces it over to Armani Ziegler. Caden Fish now controls. Over to Juwan Maxey on the left side. Stops, hesitates, over to Mason Jones, top of the key. There's 5 on the shot clock. Elmore James straight away. Drives in, puts up a 3-pointer at the top of the key, and it's off the back iron. Long rebound for the Cardinals. It's Armani Ziegler who controls on the near corner. Elmore James drives in. He's pickpocketed by Perry, but a foul is called against Miami and the true freshman Trey Perry. And a timeout is called. With 11:14 to go in this first half, Ball State a 16-13 lead over Miami, but that possession a little bit sloppy.
That's possession number 3 that's been like that, where you kind of just close your eyes, turn around, and throw a no-look granny shot at the end of the shot clock, because, I mean, they've got absolutely nothing. The ball wasn't even in his hands when there was 1 second left, and so that's never a good sign. With that being said, I mean, that's a complete hustle play to keep that possession alive. Phenomenal job by Ziegler chasing that down on the opposite side of the court that he was on. Very impressive. That's just, you can tell the Cardinals are out here with some passion, some drive. They are hungry to get a win, and they want it more right now than Miami does.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Ranked number 1 in the nation by the Broadcast Education Association. This is Ball State Sports Link with Sports Link Digital Radio.
Ball State
We return to beautiful Worthen Arena on a Saturday afternoon. The Ball State Cardinals, a 16-13 lead over the Miami Redhawks, 11-14 to go in the first half. I'm Roen Elbert, joined by LJ Shrieve. The Cardinals so far in a game where, let's be honest, they weren't favored. Miami was really the favorite going into this matchup. Ball State not only holding their own, but thriving. What goes into that?
Yeah, we kind of talked about it, but it's just the passion they're playing with and the hustle that they're putting behind it, chasing after rebounds and just fighting for every loose ball. It'll be interesting to see. It looks like Miami's in a bit of a match zone here.
Yeah, on the right side of the court where Ball State has the offensive possession. Armani Ziegler with 10 on the shot clock, he controls. They give to Maxey, now back to Ziegler, straight away. Gets a man to miss on a jump and a shot clock violation. He tried to pass it out to the far corner to Mason Jones, but time expired before the ball even touched Jones' hands.
Really strong possession. Just didn't have the awareness that there was no time left on the clock. So there's good to take from that because they moved the ball well. They worked it. They finally got into the paint, kicked to a wide open shooter. Just maybe needed a couple extra seconds.
Miami takes it up, trailing 16-13. Peter Suter, the lob inside for Antoine Woolfolk, sails over his head on the baseline, but may have gone off of a Cardinal. No, that is not the case. That's what Miami wanted, but Ball State keeps it here.
Yeah, that's a one to think about, and it looks like they might revisit that one.
Yeah, officials taking a look because really everyone in the arena felt like thought, including us, that was off of a Cardinal, out of bounds on the tip, but that play under review. We'll see what that will entail. But 16-13, Ball State leading over Miami. And this broadcast is produced by the students of Ball State SportsLink and presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. For your next new or pre-owned vehicle, drop by the showroom at the corner of McGalliard and Morrison Roads in Muncie, or just visit victorymuncie.com. Again, victorymuncie.com. Wow. And how about that? That stands. It's still Ball State basketball after the review.
Wow.
Interesting to say the least. Maybe the Cardinals catching a break. Mason Jones, the inbound on the left side of the court for the Cardinals. Jawan Maxey running the point with 10:42 to go in this first half. Great crowd on hand here on this Saturday afternoon at Worthen Arena, especially when you consider the fact that students are off campus. It's winter break. But we continue on with Caden Fish at the top of the key for the Cardinals. Mason Jones, he drives in on the baseline, on the high block, tries to back down Atlason, goes back outside to Ziegler on the left side. Cardinals control with Elmore James. Right wing three, it's off the back iron. Miami takes it quick with Ipsaro. Drives in with his left hand, spin move up and over, draws the foul. Shot doesn't go, but Evan Ipsaro has 2 free throws.
He is so patient when he gets inside the paint. The ability to keep the feet without traveling, good footwork there, good base, and just work around pump fake, shoulders, head nods to get the defense to move, rotate where he wants them to, then lean in, throw one up, hope an and one goes your way. In this case, it doesn't. But nevertheless, an opportunity for 2 shots at the free throw line. That's a pro type of move right there.
Ipsaro gets the first one to fall. The Cardinals do make a change. Davion Hill checks in. So does Joey Hart. Ipsaro, a prolific scorer, even going back to high school when he was a 1,000-point scorer by his sophomore year. Crazy stuff that he was doing back in Cincinnati. He goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. Miami brings a soft press with Davion Hill taking it up. Cardinals get it across the half-court line with Hill on the far side, but not before he throws it away out of bounds. Miami does make a change. Brant Byers checks in for Woolfolk. Looks like they're saying it went off of a Red Hawk, though, so it stays with the Cardinals. Davion Hill inbounds on the far side with Jawan Maxey far corner. Gets a screen from Caden Fish. They don't take the pick and roll, though. Kick out Jones. Straight away, 3 off the left side of the rim. Long rebound at Sorrow. With under 10 minutes to go in the first half, Miami down by 1. They control it. Peter Suter straight away. The give out to the left to Brant Byers. Now Atlason tries the top of the key 3. In and out of the rim it goes. The tip up and collected by Jawan Maxey of the Cardinals. Davion Hill quick in transition. A spin move back out top of the key. Maxey, three-pointer, cans it. Jawan Maxey makes it 19-15 Ball State.
Man, that's a big-time shot from Maxey with a hand in his face, too. Wow.
Foul called on the floor, goes against Mason Jones, getting a little bit too physical with Ian Elmer.
Jones and Suter have been the matchup all day long, and those two matched up against each other in high school when Valparaiso came to Carmel, Indiana. These two have been playing against each other for a long time.
Were you there?
I was on the call with,
wow.
Yeah, sophomore year.
Jawan Maxey the takeaway on the baseline for Ball State. Goes coast to coast underneath the basket, up and under and through. Jawan Maxey has the last 5 points for Ball State, 21-15 Cardinals.
That bounced off the rim, I think every single point of the rim, backboard and rattled in. Big bucket.
Peter Suter looks to respond. The give inside to Ian Elmer. He's surrounded by a sea of Cardinal white, and a foul is called.
Maxey frustrated with that one. Thought he was all ball and could get his hand in there without getting a foul call, but looked like one too many smackdowns. Usually when you're swiping down, that's not going to be going in your favor.
Miami makes a pair of changes. Tyler Robbins checks in. He didn't play at all against Wright State in their last game, but he comes in. Also checking in is Brant Byers. The inbound now for Luke Skaljak. And the officials blow yet another whistle. And Joey Hart is called with the foul before the ball is even inbounded for Ball State.
Welcome back into the game, Joey Hart.
Yes.
Started the game and has had a decent amount of time just sitting on the bench, and so we'll see what he can do.
Byers lob up inside. Robbins goes strong and good. Man, the 6'10" freshman gets it done for Miami, 21-17 Cardinals. Jawan Maxey off of a screen from Caden Fish to his left. They give it to Fish at the top of the key. He's in some trouble. Hands off to Davion Hill, drives in, puts up a floater from the MAC logo, and it's good.
That's strong offense right there. That's what Ball State wants to get into. A nice look for Davion Hill.
Brant Byers, the kick out top of the key, Suter. Redhawks reset. Pump fake from Suter. Still in control with his left hand, guarded by Mason Jones. Going back to high school, the give to Elmer. Step back 3 and good. Ian Elmer makes it a 3-point game.
His second from the top of the key right there, man. He is in a zone.
Mason Jones on the left arc. Caden Fish now controls straight away. Davion Hill, he tries a 3-pointer off the left side. Elmer inhales it.
Good defense from Miami, forcing the far shot instead of letting them get in.
Elmer goes strong to the glass and good. Right off of getting the rebound, 23-22, Ball State leads, 7:30 to go in the first half. Miami on a bit of a run. They've made their last 3 field goal attempts. Jawan Maxey on the left side. Controls, gives to Caden Fish. Cardinals working the perimeter with Davion Hill, who now drives in into the paint with the left hand. It's too strong. Redhawks control it now.
He's too big of a guard to be avoiding contact like that.
Tyler Robbins down low. He kicks it out far side to Skaljak on the perimeter. Foul is called. Looks to be an illegal screen potentially against Tyler Robbins. And they called against Joey Hart, actually. So that's interesting because it looked like maybe on Robbins' side that was the case. But nonetheless, 7:01 to go in the first half. Ball State, they lead by 1 in a game that's really been back and forth so far. But Miami, the last couple of possessions, shooting the ball really well.
Yeah, they've started to find their groove, find some rhythm. And Elmer, I mean, the top of the key, step back 3-pointer, and then the next possession, coast to coast with the right hand. That's what they needed, getting a couple good buckets. And Miami's back in this one, still down, but only down by 1. It's been a really, really fun game so far. Again, not necessarily expected the Cardinals to be fighting like this against a team that is one of 7 in the country and the only non-Power 5 school that's still undefeated. So very, very impressive.
Yeah, because it's interesting because you look at these records, you look at Michigan, Arizona, all these great teams that are undefeated, but then you also see a team from the Mid-American Conference clumped in there. It not only is it great for Miami and what they're building with head coach Travis Steele, it's also great for the Mid-American Conference.
Oh, that's huge. And you know, everyone knows if you watch college basketball that Akron's a very strong team in the Mid-American Conference as well. You have a handful of others that'll spice in there every now and then and have their years. But, man, Akron, Miami of Ohio, 2 very respectable teams, something to watch for as the season goes along.
Travis Steele, I bet he's tired of hearing about Akron, the team that downed Miami in the MAC championship, and also, not to mention, his brother is the head coach of Akron.
That'll be a fun one later this season when they match up. And
I wonder how Thanksgiving went this year.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And you got Christmas coming up later this week. I don't know if there's any, smack talk. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe, there's a shirt that's tossed around that says, "I'm the only undefeated left in the MAC if he gets a win today." And so, I don't know what that's like, but I'm sure, imagine being the parents of that. How cool would that be?
You got to be very proud. They both grew up in Danville, Indiana, about an hour or so from Muncie. They would go to all the big high school games together in the Indiana area, so they know about how special Indiana basketball is. So Miami, they inbound with possession on the far side. They're on the left side of the court with 7:01 to go in the first half. 23-22, Cardinals lead. Evan Ipsaro to give the Skaljek on the inbound. Drives in left side on the block, has it tipped by Hill. Copeland corrals it for the Cardinals. Devin Barnes moves quickly for Ball State. He, though, resets. Pressing Copeland left side, backs down, hands off Hill, top of the key, 3, it's money. Davion Hill makes it 26-22 Cardinals.
That's not typically his game. We saw a miss a couple possessions ago, but right there, wow.
Now it's Ipsaro, he's in trouble, backing down, has to go to Ian Elmer on the right wing. Hand off Robbins, back Elmer, top of the key, 3. Man, he is unstoppable. 11 points for Ian Elmer, 26-25.
That's now 3 3-pointers, 2 coming from the top of the key. That one just a step to the right. Man, you said it. He's hot.
Devin Barnes off of the pass on the near corner from Hill. Too much mustard on it, goes out of bounds on the near side. Possession to Miami.
Wonder who came up with the too much mustard on it.
Actually, I stole that from P.J. Carlissimo, head coach of the Golden State Warriors in the 90s. He said that to Latrell Sprewell at practice, and it didn't end well for P.J. Carlissimo. Antoine Woolfolk underneath the basket goes strong and good, 27-26. As Barnes takes it up left to right for Ball State after Miami takes the lead back. Mason Jones gives to Copeland. Barnes on the left wing, skips over to Hill. Elmore James drives in, left hand, whistle is blown, foul on the floor, goes against the Redhawks. And they whistle it on Brant Byers. So far, looking at the fouls, really both teams not getting into too much trouble. Ball State with 6 team fouls, though, something to monitor. Devin Barnes with 5 minutes to go in this first half with Mason Jones at the top of the key. 10 on the shot clock. Jones drives in left side, has it picked from behind. It's out of bounds off of Jones. To Miami it goes.
Man, that's a missed possession right there. The Cardinals continue to miss a handful of slip cuts off a screen or just solo that would result in some, I guess I wouldn't say free layups, but almost.
Antoine Woolfolk drives in, down low, pick from behind. Preston Copeland comes away with it for Ball State. Now Devin Barnes drives in strong with the left hand, up and over, off the glass. It's off the front of the rim. Elmer the rebound. Miami quick in transition with Ipsaro. Straight away, Skaljek on the kick out. Off the back iron, Davion Hill gets the board.
Coach Lewis wants them to slow down. Seems like they've been just sprinting back and forth and back and forth.
Trust me, I know. It seems like they're going 80 miles an hour. Elmore James, the near corner three-pointer off the side of the rim. With 4:20 to go in the first half, Miami leads 27-26. Ipsaro tries the top of the key three. It rims out. Ball State, they reset with Davion Hill straight away. He was guarded by Elmore, switched on with Ipsaro. Hill goes into the far mid-range area, double team, the bounce pass over to Devin Barnes, left side. Cardinals continue to work the perimeter. Elmore James lasers over to his right to Barnes, pump fakes, drives in underneath the basket, blocked from behind by Woolfolk, a scramble on the ground. Looks like a jump ball, and the possession arrow is pointed on the right side towards Ball State's end. But a timeout is called, a media timeout with 3:47 to go, which means we'll take a quick timeout as well. 27-26 Miami, the advantage. You're listening to Ball State men's basketball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Sometimes it's not the moment. It's the moment before the moment. The moment you make a choice. The moment you take control. The moment only you can own. Gainbridge lets you invest on your terms. So you're not only in charge of this moment, but all the moments to come. Start investing now.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
We return with 3:47 to go in the first half. Ball State trails 27-26 to Miami. I'm Roen Elbert. That's LJ Shrieve. Look at this. Ball State, they haven't scored in the last 2 minutes and 56 seconds of game action. That's due in large part to how Miami has gotten that lead back.
Yeah, it's been much sloppier. They had a handful of possessions that were back-to-back-to-back that were strong, and they weren't waiting till the end of the shot clock to take a shot. They were getting into a rhythm, not shooting early, but just in that, a little less than 10-second area. And they were good looks, floaters, smooth threes that were fluent in the offense, and now it's been locked down by the Miami defense. They've had to force bad shots late into the shot clock, and then they've taken just some impatient ones early.
Far corner three, James, how about that for Ball State, 29-27. At the buzzer as the shot clock expired, Miami takes it up. Peter Suter lasers over to his right with Brant Byers. Spin move into the paint, blocked by Jones. Out of bounds on the baseline. It stays with Miami, but Mason Jones hunts him down.
That was quite the block right there. It was, that was like a volleyball spike.
Yeah, Patrick Rogers, you have some competition. Peter Suter gets a man to miss on the pump fake, misses the three-pointer. Loose ball could be anyone's. It goes to Miami with Ipsaro. Redhawks reset. Bounce pass into the paint for Woolfolk. Swings across near corner Byers. Three-pointer is good. Miami responds, makes it 30-29.
That's just lazy defense on the help side. Not getting out to your man quick enough and closing out results in 3 points the other way.
Out of bounds on the far side. It goes off of Peter Suter. I don't even know if he was trying to contest for the ball at all, but it goes on Miami's bench. Redhawks do make a change. Looks like Ian Elmer checks back in for Antoine Woolfolk as Ball State inbounds on the far side.
The Red Hawk bench and 5 that are on the court can't really believe it.
Strange. It looked like it was off of Suter. But Mason Jones takes it up for the Cardinals. Was looking for something down low. Has to go out to his left with Devin Barnes on the perimeter. Bounce pass far side in the perimeter for Caden Fish. He's double teamed. The kick out to Barnes. It's too strong. Goes off of the hand of Barnes. It's over and back against the Cardinals.
That's not the offense that they were getting buckets from. It's just impatient and looking for an easy bucket.
Now Miami takes up with Evan Ipsaro. With his left hand, the bounce pass top of the key to Peter Suter. Right side, Brant Byers tries a 3. Back-to-back 3-pointers for Byers, and all of a sudden Miami has a 4-point lead. And with 2:28 to go in the first half, Michael Lewis calls a timeout. He is not happy with his group.
Rightfully so. The effort on the defense has definitely dropped slightly in the past couple minutes. And then also, even on the offensive side, you can just see it there. The offensive flow is not necessarily there. But I also think that's credited just to how disciplined Miami's defense is and how good they are at communicating, rotating, helping. Ball State can't get anything going, and I think that's because Miami's defense is just that strong.
Yeah, we've seen it time and time again. If you look at the stats right now, Miami, points against, and you look at points per game, they're averaging about 92 points per game.
Solid.
Only giving up 69 points against them. That's a wild point differential.
Yeah, that's really, really strong. Shows that you have an offense that can score it at an extremely high rate, and then you look at the flip side, and your defense is as good as anyone in the country. And so that's phenomenal, phenomenal numbers. And the players on the court right now are backing those numbers up.
Davion Hill takes up for the Cardinals. Ball State, they trail by 4 in this first half. Just a little bit over 2 minutes to go. Mason Jones, the give out to the right. Devin Barnes, the top of the key. 3 off the front of the rim. Ian Elmer in transition. He stops on the right wing and gives over to Ipsaro. He loses it. Devin Barnes gets it for the Cardinals. One-on-one in transition. Goes up and over off glass and good for Devin Barnes. Cuts the Miami lead down to 2. Now Peter Suter, the former Carmel Greyhound, swings over to the right with Elmer. Back over to Suter, drives baseline. Nobody was there to defend it, but he misses it short, and Elmore James gets the rebound for the Cardinals. 1:30 to go in the first half. Davion Hill with a screen to his left from Fish. Now to Jones, left side, a bounce pass over to Fish. Bounce pass middle of the lane to Davion Hill. They called a foul. The question is, do they count the shot as Hill hit? And yes, they do. It's an and 1 for Davion Hill. He looks to complete the 3-point play.
Yeah, that's impressive. That is so impressive right there. I mean, strong with the ball. Finally, they get a good cut and to absorb that contact and be able to bring it back up and in. It's a high-level move right there from Davion Hill.
Davion Hill, the leading scorer for this Ball State team.
For those who don't know, how can he see? He's got the headband that's like right above his eyes. For those at home just listening, not watching, it is. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, he's unable to complete the 3-point play, but Almar Atlason, he counters for Miami with a right wing 3-pointer, 36-33. Davion Hill carries it up for the Cardinals. Kick out Devin Barnes straight away as he tried to drive in. Back to Hill, right wing. Backs down Ipsaro. He's double team up and under, and a travel called on Davion Hill in the process. 51 seconds to go in the first half. Hill checks out for Jawan Maxey, and Miami has possession.
Down by 3 with 51.5 seconds to go. An opportunity to tie this one up at the half if they can get a stop here.
Ipsaro back out on the left side to Elmer. Swings across right side. Atlason tries to back down Caden Fish in the paint. A fadeaway at the MAC logo. They call the foul on Fish. Almar Atlason from Iceland. He's going to shoot 2 free throws.
Man, Fish was all over him right there. It looked like he had him beat at every single move and step. Just a little too physical when that shot was released, it looked like.
As Atlason hits the first free throw, a transfer from Bradley, where he did some really good things there. He was a all-MVC, the conference Bradley plays in. He was all-MVC freshman team, takes the jump over to Miami and has been really great off the bench as he hits the second free throw as well. And he checks out for Antoine Woolfolk. Joey Hart checks in for Ball State as well. It's 38-33 Redhawks, 37 seconds to go in the first half. Jawan Maxey carries it up for Ball State. He's on the left wing. A screen to his right from Caden Fish. Swings it over on the left side to Devin Barnes. Hesitates to kick out to Caden Fish. His three-pointer's good. Caden Fish makes it a 2-point game.
It's a big shot from the big man.
How about that for Big Fish? Miami with Evan Ipsaro takes it up. He's at the Cardinal head. Shot clock is off. 7 seconds on the game clock. Peter Suter drives in with 5 on the clock with the lay-in and good on the soft touch. Jawan Maxey puts one up. And it's off the left side. Probably didn't even get it off in time. Miami a 40-36 lead over Ball State at halftime. The Cardinals playing competitive basketball with one of 7 undefeated teams in the nation.
Mason Jones, Michael Lewis kind of going back and forth right there after that last possession. A lot to look at, but also no reason to be too upset after this first half performance. Ball State definitely opening some eyes, raising some eyebrows, turning some heads. Down 4, not too bad.
Not at all. We'll be right back with more Ball State men's basketball. It looks like we have a halftime performance as well. Oh, you can't beat that. We'll be right back with more Ball State men's basketball here on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Hey Cardinal fans, show your pride wherever you go with the Ball State Financial Debit Card, now featuring your favorite mascot, Charlie Cardinal. It's the perfect card for students, alumni, and lifelong fans, letting you show your Cardinal spirit with every purchase you make. And with Ball State Financial, you'll get all the convenience, security, and hometown service you deserve from people who love this community as much as you do. Explore the card in your hometown credit union at fcfcu.com/chirp. Ball State Financial, your hometown credit union.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip.
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Looking for flawless awards, trophies, plaques, medals, or engraved keepsakes right here in Muncie? Head to Awards Plus, your hometown expert for over 25 years. Located at 301 West Main Street, they're the area's leading trophy shop, serving the Muncie and surrounding area. Awards Plus delivers top quality with attention to detail and fast, reliable service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Stop by or call 765-282-3511. Awards Plus, where the achievements take center stage. A proud partner of Ball State Athletics.
Sometimes it's not the moment. It's the moment before the moment. The moment you make a choice. The moment you take control. The moment only you can own. Gainbridge lets you invest on your terms. So you're not only in charge of this moment, but all the moments to come. Start investing now.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip.
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
We are back just about 8 minutes until we have second half action. For the halftime report, the Miami Redhawks lead 40-36 over Ball State. I'm Roen Elbert. That's LJ Shrieve. This is a first half that the Cardinals, for a large portion, they were out in front, but Miami in that back half of the first half really took full control. What were your biggest takeaways?
Well, Rowan, you know, when you look at that first half in general, I think of the defense that Miami played and forcing Ball State to take late in the shot clock. shots. Sounds weird in my head.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I think the defense is something that really stood out from Miami, and we knew they were good defensively coming into this, and we knew Ball State had struggled offensively as well. But when I say that, in my head I'm like, okay, well that means Miami's dominating this game, and they really haven't. Ball State's had the lead for a longer period of time than Miami has this game, and they have looked really, really strong when they're in their flow, when they're in their swing of things. They have been able to get shots early-ish in the shot clock when they find their cutters, when they come off screens and get downhill and not just settle for around the perimeter. Once they get inside the perimeter, that's when Ball State's at its best, because whether that results in a layup or a drive and kick, and even if it's a miss, it's a good offensive possession. And that's what Ball State needs to have in the second half if they want to continue to compete and even go on and win and hand Miami their first loss. Miami defensively has looked strong, but offensively they closed the half really strong. All different kinds of guys getting involved with the ball in their hands, and then others just moving at the right spot, knowing when it's coming to them and being ready for it. Very solid ball in the first half.
Yeah, looking at that Ball State offense of attack, really balanced. You got Jawan Maxey with 7 points. You got Elmore James with 7 points, and then Davion Hill with 7 points. Mason Jones with 6. So many guys doing damage for the Cardinals, but for Miami, the big guy that was really attacking them, Ian Elmer with 11.
Yeah, Ian. I mean, we knew that Ian Elmer was is a solid player, but he only averages 8.5 points a game. He averages 6 rebounds, so you see him more as like, you know, he goes and cleans up and then can score here and there. But man, the confidence that he was shooting the 3-ball with early in that half was unreal. Top of the key, catch and shoot. That was 2 of them. You know, he caught it on the right wing, ripped, drove right, and finished with some contact. He's been very, very strong for Miami, and a player that we didn't necessarily expect to be scoring the ball at this high of a rate, but has come in here and delivered for the Redhawks in the first half.
Yeah, Ian Elmer, one of 3 team captains for the Redhawks as well, so he's got that leadership off the floor, but then making such a big impact in this matchup. Looking at the foul totals for both teams, really Ball State playing a bit more aggressive with 7 fouls compared to Miami's 4. It was just a game where really it seemed like Miami was conservative in that approach, and it's paid dividends, and it has them in a 4-point lead.
And I don't know if this is exactly where Miami expected themselves to be, but how that halftime conversation went, and they haven't gotten some calls to go their way, but they can come out here and show why they believe they're so much better than the competition here in Muncie. But also Ball State, we talked about it. What do they have to lose in this game? I mean, their non-conference didn't go the way they wanted to, but it's both teams are 0-0. It's MAC time, and it's the season's officially started, and these are the games that matter. And Ball State has come out and played like it.
Because you have to think about it this way. Theoretically, you could go 0-11 in non-con, but you could also go in the MAC play, and it's almost like a whole new season. So you think about it that way, where it's a fresh slate for both teams, really, even though Miami, I mean, they have a lot to look back on and fondness. The Cardinals, not so much. But Ball State, it seemed like to begin the game, they were playing with nothing to lose, but that spark kind of faded towards the end of that first half.
Yeah, I noticed that as well, Roen. That's a good way to describe it and let the viewers kind of picture, because it started so hot, and it was eye-catching. I mean, everyone saw it. You knew it was flashy, it was smooth, it was exactly what you wanted to see if you're a part of the Ball State faithful. But then, man, as that quarter went on, that light started to dwindle down, and then, in my eyes, probably went out at some point and maybe was rekindled, but I don't know. It was it'll be interesting to see if they can light it back up and keep it lit the rest of the half.
Going into this second half, what are the biggest keys for both teams?
Yeah, I think if Ball State can get the majority of their shots up before it hits 6 seconds left on the shot clock, that's gonna be key for them, because that means that they're getting good shots. That means that they're not forcing some ridiculous heaves late in the shot clock. And then on the other side for Miami, I think they look really good when they push in transition, but man, when they can get their offense set and just work off a high ball screen, and you guys have guys moving off the ball, just slow things down for Miami and play at their pace, and they're gonna walk away pretty confidently, I think, in the second half.
Yeah, we're going to take one quick break before we come back for halftime for the second half. The Ball State Cardinals trail 40-36. We'll be right back with second half action. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Looking for flawless awards, trophies, plaques, medals, or engraved keepsakes right here in Muncie? Head to Awards Plus, your hometown expert for over 25 years. Located at 301 West Main Street, they're the area's leading trophy shop, serving the Muncie and surrounding area. Awards Plus delivers top quality with attention to detail and fast, reliable service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Stop by or call 765-282-3511. Awards Plus, where the achievements take center stage. A proud partner of Ball State Athletics.
Hey Cardinal fans, this is Connor Onion, play-by-play broadcaster with Fox Sports, and I'm a proud SportsLink alum. You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. Chirp, chirp.
We are back here at Worthen Arena. The Ball State Cardinals with a 36-40 deficit over Miami, but we continue on for second half action. I'm Roen Elbert. That's LJ Shrieve. And this broadcast is produced by the students of Ball State SportsLink and presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. For your next new or pre-owned vehicle, drop by the showroom at the corner of McGalliard and Morrison Roads in Muncie, or visit victorymuncie.com. Again, victorymuncie.com. Miami controls it left to right. Peter Suter to inbound to Evanip Sorrow. And here we go, second half action underway. Brant Byers has it at the top of the key, swings the rock to Suter. Bounce pass inside Woolfolk. The kick out to Byers, drives in middle of the lane, up and under, through off glass. Brant Byers, 42-36 with the 2 points.
Man, that is a tough finish inside with the inside hand, spins it up on the backboard. Soft touch.
Joey Hart on the left wing gives back out Davion Hill straight away. He's in a double team, trapped by Suter. Mason Jones controls it now. Hands off Devin Barnes. Pump fakes, dribbles with his left hand. Bounce pass into the paint. Mason Jones up and over off the front of the rim. A fight for the ball. Peter Suter has it. A foul on the floor. Goes against the Cardinals and Mason Jones.
Yeah, that was almost one of the possessions that I was talking about, where they got and now it was a little late. It was a little later than I would have liked to see, but Mason Jones finally found the mismatch, got it down low, and had a good look, but then help came a little late, unable to get it. But I like that scrappiness from Mason Jones, diving on the floor even when he knows he's probably going to get a foul call.
Antoine Woolfolk on the far side. Backs down, Preston Copeland into the paint he goes with 10 on the shot clock. In trouble, Davion Hill tips it away for the Cardinals. Gets it back, up and over to the glass. Count it with the bucket. Davion Hill looks to complete the three-point play.
Elmer doesn't like that call, and I can understand why, but man, that's exactly what the Cardinals need to do if they can get out and transition like that. It's a good defensive stop as well and a strong finish. That's what I was talking about earlier. When he drives in, why is Hill trying to avoid contact when he is that big and strong? I don't see any reason for him to.
Unable to complete the three-point play. However, it looks like there was a lane violation against Miami. That could be costly. Davion Hill gets another shot.
Good job to that ref. Most officials don't see that. That's some good stuff from him right there.
Now Hill completes the three-point play. Ball State has it within 3, 42-39, 1 minute gone in this second half. Peter Suter, he hesitates off to his right. Kick over to Woolfolk, pump fakes, drives in, spin move into the paint, and good off the glass for Antoine Woolfolk. The Rutgers transfer makes it 44-39. Devin Barnes in control with his left hand. In trouble off to his right goes a Davion Hill on the perimeter. Cardinals spreading the love with Mason Jones at the top of the key. The handoff to Copeland. Now Hill in control, has it batted away, out of bounds on the far side to the Cardinal bench off of Miami.
That's something that Miami does very well. That's how you know that's a disciplined team. Hands are out and up everywhere on defense. Those slip cuts are there, but you got to get the ball inside and to them.
Now Davion Hill, a spin move into the lane, kick out, near corner, Ziegler at the buzzer. It's off the front of the rim. Another late possession into the shot clock for Ball State as Evan Ipsaro takes it up for Miami. Into the paint he goes. Strong take, blocked by Barnes, but he's out of bounds on the baseline, stays with Miami.
Man, that was almost an extreme athletic play right there. Getting a block, staying in, and getting the ball out of your hands. Nevertheless, good defense from the Cardinals. After it looked like he got beat, sprint back in front, flipped his hips, got his hands up. Impressive defensive play.
Ipsaro to drive in to the far corner, the kick out. Suter, his three-pointer is good, 47-39. Cardinals now in the hole, down by 8. Devin Barnes, he pushes into Davion Hill. His floater is too strong. Miami back in control with about 17 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this one. Ian Elmer from long range, a different zip code. Ian Elmer makes it 50-39 Redhawks. Timeout called by the Cardinals.
Oh my goodness, another one. This one even further out. Roen.
Unreal. Ian Elmer, what he's been able to do for this Miami team. It's been insane.
Looks like a whole different player out there.
Yeah. We just don't see this from Elmer every day, these high-scoring numbers. I mean, the last 2 games, he hasn't eclipsed 10 points, but here we go, 14 points already for Ian Elmer.
And it's at such a high clip. It's not like he's shooting a whole lot. He just hasn't really missed, and those are deep, deep shots. There was no second guessing that one. The minute that ball was headed his way, I think we all knew that shot was going up, and there was no stopping it from going in.
And what he's done as a junior for this program, even going back to last year, it's what earned him going into this year preseason All-MAC second team, alongside Peter Suter, who had the three-pointer on the possession before, who was preseason All-MAC first team for Miami. We knew the Redhawks were getting back a lot of great players. I mean, Cam Kraft is the guy for Miami last year that you lose. That's a big loss. But to retain guys like Elmer and Suter really set up this great season so far for Miami.
Yeah, it's all around. And when you look at Elmer and you look at what he's done for Miami, well, you see he led the team in steals with 50, had second in blocks, 24. He's just scrappy. You know, last season, that's what you see from him. He kind of does it all. And then today, he's like, hey, I can score the basketball too, and at a high rate. That's what we talked about earlier. You just never know with this Miami team who's going to go out and be the guy. So far, Elmer stepped up and raised his hand and said, it's me today.
Yeah, you never know with this Miami team. Like, against Wright State, I went into that game watching it. I was not expecting Brant Byers to score 27 points. I mean, going back early on in the year, you weren't expecting Evan Ipsaro to be their leading scorer. But, you know, things like that change. In Miami, they have so many options, and that is why going into this year they were second in the preseason poll, and it's why they're a favorite right now to win the MAC title.
They've earned that right, that's for sure. Been there last year, couldn't get it completely done. Man, they won it bad this year.
Man, they lost in heartbreaking fashion to Nate Johnson with the game winner just in the final seconds. That was a heartbreaking loss for Miami. They were trying to win that MAC title. It would have been their first since 2007. Cardinals inbound. Miami brings a press. Ball State moves it off right to left. Miami continues to bring the pressure. Barnes barely gets past the half-court line before he's trapped. Mason Jones on the near corner double team. They continue it on. Jones coughs it up, and Ipsaro gets control of it, saves it from going out of bounds on the near side. He stops and hesitates, back out to his right. Suter drives baseline, poked away by Mason Jones, but he steps out of bounds on the baseline. Cardinals make a change. How about this? J. Anthony Bearden checks in for Mason Jones. J. Anthony Bearden, he's only played in 5 games this year, hasn't played in the last 2, but the Cardinals go with a guy that they really haven't relied on much this year.
Going deep are the Cardinals bench. Seems to be the theme today for Ball State. The girls, women's side of things went 11 deep. Boys trying to match that.
Peter Suter fouled on the shot, put up a mid-range shot. He's fouled by Bearden. So Peter Suter looks to shoot 2 here. 50-39, Miami leads. Under 17 minutes to go in this one. An 8-0 run in the last 1 minute and 40 seconds for the Redhawks. As Suter gets the first one to fall, Caden Fish checks in for Ball State. And he comes in for Preston Copeland. Peter Suter in his 2nd season with Miami, a transfer from Bellarmine, his final year of eligibility, looking to make the most of it. He goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. Here we go, Jawan Maxey takes it up for Ball State. He's in a pickle, goes off to his left to Devin Barnes. They're still not yet past the half-court line. Now they are with Barnes on the near corner. Trapped in a double team once more. Underneath the basket, J. Anthony Bearden wide open, up and over for the 2 points.
Man, they got fortunate right there. Picking the ball up while getting trapped in the corner is never a recipe for success.
Papa J gets the scoring going for Ball State, 52-41 in Miami's favor. Suter backs down Ziegler. Fadeaway shot from the MAC logo, doesn't even graze the rim off the left side. Armani Ziegler in the process of driving to the rim. Whistle is blown, foul called against Miami. And a media timeout, it appears, with 16 minutes to go. 52-41 Miami leads. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Looking for flawless awards, trophies, plaques, medals, or engraved keepsakes right here in Muncie? Head to Awards Plus, your hometown expert for over 25 years. Located at 301 West Main Street, they're the area's leading trophy shop, serving the Muncie and surrounding area. Awards Plus delivers top quality with attention to detail and fast, reliable service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Stop by or call 765-282-3511. Awards Plus, where the achievements take center stage. A proud partner of Ball State Athletics.
Ranked #1 in the nation by the Broadcast Education Association. This is Ball State SportsLink with SportsLink Digital Radio. We return with 16 minutes to go in this one. 52-41 Miami out in front over Ball State. But for the best stories in Ball State sports, our latest videos, and SportsLink program information, you can find this at ballstatesportslink.com. Again, ballstatesportslink.com. We are back from Worthen Arena, a packed house. Cardinals looking to send these fans home happy after the women's team takes down Eastern Michigan in game 1 of our doubleheader. A 4-point win, really a tight one. But the Cardinals look for a come-from-behind win here, trailing by 11 to their fellow Redbird rival in Miami.
I wonder who would actually win in a fight, a Cardinal or a Red Hawk?
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say a Red Hawk.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think both are such good mascots.
Oh, they're great, yeah.
So good. So good. The Mid-American Conference full of great mascots. It's one of the best parts about it.
You know, every team that's played in this building today, they've had a bird mascot. The Eagles of Eastern Michigan.
Yep.
Devin Barnes drives in, left hand, puts up a floater, well short. Caden Fish gets the rebound for the Cardinals, up and over, hesitates too long. Atlas in the board, a jump ball. It's in Miami's favor.
If you're a big and you get a rebound, you either have to keep it high and put it up. The minute you bring that ball down, you should not go back up with it because, man, if there are people around you, you're going to get swarmed, and that's a recipe for a jump ball. Once that goes down, Caden Fish, turn, kick.
Atlason into the paint, guarded by Fish. He kicks out near corner, Skaljek in a double team. Back over Atlason, still on the near corner. Now he backs down Fish. Back outside far corner, drives into the paint. It's Elmer. His mid-range shot is off the back iron. Ball State in transition with Ziegler. Devin Barnes slows it down. The screen from Fish. Jawan Maxey on the left side. Cardinals sharing it around the perimeter with 15 on the shot clock. Barnes drives into the paint, gets a man to miss, puts it up and through. Devin Barnes makes it 52-43.
The Cardinals just hanging around the 10-mark area, now down by 9. Just hanging in there. Couple plays away from cutting this back to a 1-2 possession game.
Here we go. Evan Ipsaro gives over to the far corner. Elmer lasers over, cross court to Skaljek. Pump fakes, drives inside. Miami back out to the perimeter with Brant Byers straight away. 5 on the shot clock. Elmer, a deep 3, misses it all and out of bounds in the Cardinals' favor.
I think he thought there was a little less time on the shot clock.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There were 4 seconds, I think, when Elmer shot that.
That was very impressive defense from the Cardinals. They were relentless there. It looked like they could have gotten beat a handful of times because Miami was having them rotate around. A guy would help, and then there would be a guy open. But the Cardinals, just phenomenal communication, rotation. They were able to get a stop that they needed, an opportunity to cut down at this lead even more.
Devin Barnes at the top of the key. Back out. Maxey, 3-pointer, swirls out. Suter the board. Miami with a couple of changes with Trey Perry checking in alongside Peter Suter. Byers spin move into the paint. He's fouled on the shot attempt by Devin Barnes. So Brant Byers with an opportunity at the charity stripe.
Yeah, that's a tough break right there for Barnes as we see the replay. Man, that'd be frustrating.
Oh, for sure. As Byers, the first free throw is good. Ball State makes a quick change. Elmore James checks in for Devin Barnes. Looking at the Cardinals and the foul totals, 11 so far on the day compared to Miami's 6. Second free throw is good for Byers. He goes 2 for 2. 54-43 Miami, under 14 minutes to go in this one. Preston Copeland straight away for the Cardinals in control. Handoff James, drives in with his right hand, spin move to kick out Maxey. Bounce pass middle of the lane to Copeland. In a jam, has to go back outside to Jawan Maxey, gets a man to miss, drives inside, dumps over to Elmore James, puts up a shot underneath the basket and is fouled. 2 free throws coming up for the former Ohio Bobcat, Elmore James. With 13:28 to go in this one. Elmore James so far today, 7 points, makes it 8 as he hits the first free throw.
Man, he's had a pretty solid game. Defensively, he's had a presence, and then offensively, he had that buzzer beater 3 to beat the shot clock earlier in this one. Couple other moments that have been crucial for the Cardinals, going 2 for 2 at the line to continue to chip down at the lead.
9 points in the game for James. It's 54-45 in Miami's favor. Just over 13 minutes to go. Luke Skaljak drives in hard for the Redhawks. Goes off the right side of the rim. Ziegler goes strong for Ball State to the rim. Fouled in the process. Armani Ziegler going strong coast to coast. An opportunity to shoot 2 free throws.
That's a strong take right there. Just head down, get to the rim, try and lay it up, but create contact and put it all on the officials to give you that call.
The first game all year that Armani Ziegler yet to start as he hits the first free throw. Ian Elmer checks back in for Miami for Brant Byers. It's interesting, though. Ziegler, yeah, he started every game. I wonder why he didn't get the nod today. He goes 2 for 2.
Sadly, Roen, I don't have the answer for you. I wonder the same thing.
If you did, maybe you'd be on that on the sideline right there with Coach Lewis.
Yeah, right.
Bounce pass over to Atlason on the high block. Back over to Trey Perry, the true freshman for Miami on the right wing. Handoff Elmer, strong to the cup, fouled by Copeland. Looks like it was on the shot, so Ian Elmer with a chance to shoot 2 free throws for the Redhawks. They end up calling it on Elmore James, actually. Copeland was there in the mix, but they called on Elmore James, and Ian Elmer a chance to shoot 2. First one falls. Ian Elmer, it's interesting with him. He's known for his rebounding prowess, and sure, that's been somewhat there today. 3 boards, maybe not what you'd typically expect from him. He hits the second one, but man, he has been a scoring machine. 16 points for him.
Today we haven't really seen much of him inside the perimeter anyway. I mean, it's been all exterior, and so I don't know today exactly where those rebounds would come from.
Now Ball State at the top of the key with Armani Ziegler. He has a driving lane. It goes strong and in. Armani Ziegler for 2 points, 56-49 Miami. Now Peter Suter on the drive. He's pushed as he tried to pass it on the far corner. Foul called on the floor against the Cardinals. We keep it here as Miami inbounds on the baseline. That was one of the many drills they were practicing this morning. I got here around 9 a.m. Miami was here practicing. They were just wrapping up right before the women's game. Trey Perry to inbound, lobs it up for Woolfolk at the top of the key. Hands off Skaljak. Lasers over near corner to Trey Perry. He drives in all the way, too strong on the layup. Woolfolk picks up the mess and puts it back up for 2 for Miami.
That's the kind of bucket that you cannot allow. Just a put back, keep it high, rebound, layup. That's too easy.
Elmore James draws the contact on the foul underneath the basket. It was a weird shot. He went underneath the net. Strange right there as Elmore James goes to the stripe once more. A 58-49 Miami lead, just a little over 12 minutes to go in this matchup. He's able to get the first one to fall. A pair of changes with Miami bringing in Evan Ipsaro. Ball State brings in Mason Jones. Out goes J. Anthony Bearden for the Cardinals and Trey Perry for Miami. And Elmore James is able to make it a 7-point Miami lead. With Ipsaro, the Cincinnati native, taking it up for the Redhawks. Peter Suter drives in baseline off to the right. They give it back outside Woolfolk. He tries to back down Preston Copeland on the low block. Left side, the pass back out to Ipsaro. The give on the far corner. It's Elmer, step back, 3-pointer, swirls out, Ziegler the board.
Man, that would have been just a cherry on top for the type of day that Elmer's had.
Ziegler's in a jam, gives over to Mason Jones to his left on the perimeter. Elmore James straight away. Back over to his right with Preston Copeland. Jawan Maxey controls it with 10 on the shot clock. Now it's Armani Ziegler on the left side. Puts up a floater with 5 on the shot clock. Long rebound as he misses it. Out of bounds near side. Looks like it stays here with Ball State as it was out on Ipsaro. Goes crashing into some fans in the front row. With 11:10 to go, a timeout is called on the floor. So right now, Miami, a 58-51 lead over Ball State. Really not out of reach at all, to say the least, considering the Cardinals, they've been able to get to the free throw line these last few possessions and draw fouls the way they have.
Yeah, they've been doing a very good job at getting to the line, especially in the second half, and that's something that winning teams do. They get to the line often, and not only do they get there, but they capitalize on it, and that's what the Cardinals need to continue to do, get there and capitalize. Also, defensively, the Cardinals are getting stops when needed, forcing turnovers and getting out in transition. That's what the Cardinals need.
How about this? On the floor right now, Ball State, they have their new head coach for men's volleyball right there at midcourt with Jeff Mitchell and Charlie Cardinal. Of course, you can't forget Charlie Cardinal. Men's volleyball, they'll be at home January 3rd against Trine.
It's a big one.
Yeah, it should be an exciting start to the season for men's volleyball. A lot of changes, but also a lot of familiar faces on that team.
Yeah, and this is a men's volleyball program that's legendary in the sport and has so many winning coaches, players that have been a part of it, and so there's, big shoes to step into and a good opportunity this season.
But with 11:10 to go in this matchup, the Miami Redhawks, a 7-point lead over Ball State. Right now, during this media timeout, what do you think Michael Lewis is drawing up for the Cardinals?
Man, Roen, would I like to know? No, I'm kidding. I think we talked about it. They've been getting downhill so well, and so if they're able to isolate a side of the court and get downhill, I think that's what they need to look to do, because them working it around the perimeter works at times, but if they're switching everything, it's not gonna work all the time like I think they would like for it to. And so I think if they're able to get a side isolated with one of the guards or wings, I think that's what they need to do. Devin Barnes gets downhill so well. So Elmore James has a big figure. Then Ziegler's been getting downhill really well. I'd like to see Ziegler get it and just rip and go, because he's been getting opportunities in the paint and has been capitalizing.
Armani Ziegler is so athletic. He gets it from his brother Zakai. He was at Tennessee, did some great things for the Volunteers. Now Armani Ziegler following in foot. Mason Jones to inbound on the near side for Ball State to Armani Ziegler. He hands off to Elmore James, drives in strong with his left hand, goes glass and good. 58-53, Cardinals cut it to a 2-possession game.
And that's exactly what you wanted to see. Elmore James get downhill, use his strength to his advantage, and execute.
Peter Suter on the left wing, guarded by Mason Jones. Strong with the right hand. He's trapped. He hits the deck alongside Barnes and Jones of Ball State. A jump ball. The arrow is currently going the other way in Ball State's favor, and that's exactly where it goes.
Suter very frustrated. Barnes looked like he came around Suter's neck. Nothing called. Suter frustrated with that one, rightfully so, but the Cardinals catch a break and have an opportunity to cut it to a 1-possession game.
58-53, Ball State back in control with Elmore James inside the perimeter, tries to drive once more off of Elmer, the kick out to Ziegler. He drives in with his left hand on the block, kick out straight away, 3, fish money. 58-56, Caden Fish cuts it to 2.
Man, that's a big-time shot from the Iowa State transfer.
Woolfolk, the handoff to his left with Suter. Guarded by Fish. Near side, out of bounds. It stays here. It was off of a Cardinal. So Atlason comes in for Miami. He checks in for Woolfolk. Just a little over 10 minutes to go in this one. Ball State on a 7-0 run in the last 90 seconds, and they've cut the Miami lead down to 2.
A whole lot of basketball left to be played, but man, impressive from the Cardinals, dealing with some adversity.
Back down Atlason, it swirls out off to the right, out of bounds on the baseline, goes in Ball State's favor. The Cardinals an opportunity to tie or take the lead with 9:55 to go. Cardinals inbound with Devin Barnes, who takes it up. They get it across the half-court line. Ziegler all the way to the cup, just swirls out. Elmer inhales it for Miami. Ipsaro drives in strong for the Redhawks. He's fouled. Looks like it's on the floor, but Ipsaro, he is down on the floor, frustrated as he goes over to the baseline in a lot of pain. And it's one of those things as he holds on to his knee where you just wish nothing but the best for the guy.
Yeah, you never want to see anything like that. And as he's just shaking and squirreling on the floor, that's never a good sign.
Yeah, he knew it immediately as well. And what a great season Evan Ipsaro is having. Nearly 15 points per game, leading this Redhawks team. He came off the bench in every game last season for Miami and was really that spark plug off of the bench. Now they insert him into the starting lineup where he's started every game this year, and he's been their go-to scorer for the most part. He's still down, still being attended to, gets a drink of water. He's on that Ball State side on the left side of the basket. Ipsaro does get up as he's helped up by a teammate and a trainer. Gets an ovation in the process as he walks over to the locker room. That's a big loss for Miami.
Man, that is such a bummer to see. And not only is it a bummer to see whenever any player goes down, but someone to that has the role and importance on this undefeated Miami team. Never like to see anything like that.
Yeah, I don't care what team you root for. That's just something you hate to see every time. Brant Byers to shoot 2 free throws for Miami. Redhawks are in the bonus. Byers, the redshirt sophomore, the reigning MAC freshman of the year. His first free throw just rims in. So Luke Skaljak, he checks in for Evan Ipsaro in the process. Byers is able to go 2 for 2 from the stripe. Cardinals take it up. A big moment coming up with Devin Barnes at the Cardinal head. Right to left, they work. A screen from Elmore James. Bounce pass over to him at the free throw line. Tries to back down Skaljak at the MAC logo. Fade away and good for Elmore James. Makes it a 2-point game.
That's a big-time bucket right there, using his size to an advantage off balance.
Peter Suter goes strong to the cup. It's short. Ball State an opportunity once again to tie or take the lead with 9 minutes to go in this one. Elmore James drives on the baseline to kick out to Caden Fish. Fires over to his right to Devin Barnes. Now they hand off to Elmore James on the left wing. Barnes pulls up from long range, off the back iron, long rebound up in the air. Caden Fish wrestles it away for Ball State. He's on the far corner, drives in with the left hand. In trouble, back out Jones, 3-pointer off the backboard. Miami inhales it. Luke Skaljak, up the floor he goes for the Redhawks. To Ian Elmer they go. Foul called on the floor against Mason Jones. hits the deck hard after the fact, but Jones seems to be all right. Remember, Miami in the bonus, so Ian Elmer will shoot 2 free throws. 16 points for Elmer, the junior, looking to add to that total here. And the first free throw for Elmer is good. Off of the foul from Mason Jones. Only his second foul. The only Cardinal that's kind of in foul trouble is Armani Ziegler with 3 fouls. Elmer is able to get the second one to fall.
2 points that the Redhawks needed. Now they go into a zone like they did in the first half.
Miami perfect from the free throw line so far today, 13 for 13. Devin Barnes, mid-range jumper, doesn't even graze the rim, off the backboard. Miami with a 4-point lead, 8 minutes to go. Peter Suter drives on the right side, kick out Atlason, three-pointer cash. How about Almar Atlason silencing the Muncie crowd? 65-58 Miami, timeout called by Michael Lewis and company.
That's a handful of possessions that are just did not go the Cardinals' way. A missed opportunity from, well, he had a few missed opportunities, but a missed opportunity early in two possessions ago, where you swung it around, you fought for a loose ball. Caden Fish got the loose ball, retained possession. You looked like you had a good opportunity with Mason Jones from the three-point line, and it just misses everything. And then just there, Barnes had a beautiful screen set for him and a mid-range shot that no one's ever going to complain about. And again, just misses everything. And on top of that, defensively, you let up 5 points off those 2 misses. I mean, that's a big swing right there.
It's one of those things where for the Cardinals to be so close, they were within 2 of Miami a couple of times. Now the Redhawks, it has to be frustrating for Michael Lewis and his team to have that advantage now up by 7, pulling away ever so slightly. Also, keep in mind, Miami, they're not hitting their shots either. They've only made 2 of their last 10 field goals.
Do you credit that to the defense on both sides or just sloppy offense?
I mean, you could say that on Ball State's end. I think Armani Ziegler has come in defensively and has done some really good things for the Cardinals. So has Caden Fish as well. Caden Fish, it's interesting, and I don't know, maybe you can second me on this. Started the year in the 5. It just seemed like in the second unit needed an opportunity to reset. That's kind of where he's been the last 4 or 5 games. And he's looked really solid as a part of the second unit.
Yeah, I think that's where he should have been to start the season. I thought there was a lot of, not necessarily pressure, but people viewed him as like, all right, this is going to be one of our guys.
Yeah.
And he's coming, not that he can't, I'm not saying he can't be, but after some injury problems, not playing in a long time, expecting him to produce instantly, I thought was unfair. And I think he's fulfilled a role in the second unit, like you said, that 1 was needed and 2 that he is thriving in.
We saw something similar last year with Peyton Sparks, where they moved him to the bench around this time period too. Really picked it up, and then they put Peyton Sparks back in the starting lineup, and he was back to his usual self. We saw that last year. Caden Fish, you could also credit to this, where he's playing maybe a more untraditional role to him, where he's more of a big now, where at Iowa State he was really more so playing the wing. But Davion Hill takes it up for the Cardinals out of the media timeout. Under 8 minutes to go in this contest. Miami up by 7. Bounce pass on the near block. Caden Fish goes strong with it. Up and over and through. How about that for Big Fish? Cuts it down to 5.
Yeah, that's a high-level move right there with a lot of contact around him to finish and cut it to 5. It's a big-time play for the Cardinals.
Peter Suter, the kick out. Atlason, a long-range 3, takes 2 bounces and goes in the Cardinals' hands with Armani Ziegler underneath the basket. They slow it down with Ziegler. Goes off to his left with Davion Hill at the Cardinal head. Ball State moving it around the perimeter. Mason Jones thought about a corner 3. Bounce pass inside underneath the basket. Davion Hill, double team, the kick out. Fish thought about a 3. He drives in, baseline and strong. Caden Fish cuts it back down to 3 for Ball State.
Another big-time play. We just talked about him knowing his role, filling it, playing with confidence. Man, must have hurt us during the timeout.
Yeah, he must have. Peter Suter, bounce pass middle of the lane from the baseline, and Ian Elmer on the strong take for the Redhawks. Wow.
Circus shot.
Yeah.
Everything's going for Elmer today, inside and outside.
20 points for Elmer, the junior. Miami by 5. Foul on the floor goes against Suter. He was wrestling Davion Hill on the baseline. But that foul on the floor now as Ball State, they reset with 6:28 to go in this matchup. Down by 5, a close one here. A pair of close matchups here at Worthen Arena. We had the women's game. It was a 4-point win for Ball State women's basketball over Eastern Michigan earlier today. The men's team looks to do the same. Elmore James, corner 3, off the back iron. Long rebound, Atlason. Suter takes it up for Miami. Redhawks move slowly with 6 minutes and some change to go in this matchup. Atlason, the drive, up and under to the glass and good for Almar Atlason. 69-62 Redhawks. Mason Jones on the left wing. Another foul on the floor once again against Peter Suter on Davion Hill.
Not the type of afternoon that Peter Suter wanted.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's Suter's 4th foul. So there's Miami getting into some foul trouble right there with one of, if not their top player. Davion Hill, as Ball State's in the bonus, he goes to the free throw line. Misses the free throw. Caden Fish on the rebound. He's knocked to the ground. No call. Goes to Miami, and the fans are furious. Redhawks do make a change. Kyle Waltz, he checks in for the first time. Hasn't played in the last 2 games. Last time we saw him was December 10th against UNC Asheville, but he's back in there for the Redhawks. Almar Atlason on the right wing. Handoff Skaljak. In a jam, the kick out. Atlason, straightaway 3 off the front of the rim. Long rebound, Skaljak for Miami. Atlason the drive, off the right side of the glass and good. 71-62, Miami going on a run.
Got to be able to box out and get a rebound. Can't let up second chance points like that. That's going to kill the Cardinals as this game continues to tick.
6-0 run for the Redhawks. Davion Hill, the left wing 3-pointer. It's money. 71-65.
Big time shot.
That's about as big time as it gets. Atlason, he looks to counter, and he does. Almar Atlason on a different level. He has 18 points off of the bench for Miami.
Miami, like we talk about, all broadcast long, you never know whose night it is.
Foul called on the floor against Miami. They give that one to Luke Skaljak, his second. And Davion Hill goes back to the free throw line for the Cardinals. A 74-65 lead for Miami. Davion Hill, the transfer from Northwest Florida State. So far today, 13 points. 1 for 3 from the stripe so far. The free throw rims out. Miami takes it up with Luke Skaljak. 4:30 to go in this one. Redhawks look to pull away. Atlason, he's red hot. He pulls up from 3 again and hits. Timeout called. Almar Atlason, you are ridiculous, my friend. 21 points, 12-point Red Hawk lead.
Coach Lewis is red hot.
Unreal, and reasonably so. How do you stop that? The combination of Ian Elmer and Almar Atlason, they have combined for 41 points today.
That's strong. From two players that you don't expect to, I don't know, combine for 20.
Yeah.
Combine for 15. You know, it's around that area. That 41. Miami has all kinds of guys that step up and night in, night out, afternoon in, afternoon out. It really doesn't matter, but that's what winning teams do. They have a variety of players that can go out and play, and man, that's impressive basketball right there.
Almar Atlason, I mean, get this. This is crazy. 7 straight games with double-digit points, all off of the bench. In 8 of the last 9 games, he's had double-digit points. Atlason has been unreal off of the bench, transferring in from Bradley. Really, the transition period going into MAC play has been seamless.
Yeah, he's looked really, really good, and man, so have the Redhawks the past couple of minutes. They've looked strong. After Caden Fish went on that run to cut it down to 5, since then, Redhawks been red hot.
Yeah, it wasn't just that, too. The Cardinals had it within 2 points of Miami. Ball State yet to lead in the second half. It was crazy because in that first half, Ball State, they had led for 12 of the 20 minutes against Miami, but Miami has just taken complete control of this one. There have been times where they've somewhat lost control. The Cardinals have been able to catch up, but Miami pulling away with 4 minutes and 29 seconds to go, a 12-point lead.
This was around the same time that we had a timeout in the women's game, and we were talking, you know, there's still 4:30 left. A lot of time, and man, Eastern Michigan climbed back, so Ball State is not out of this one whatsoever. We've seen them go on runs, and when they find their groove, they're a tough team to beat.
And the officials, they were discussing after the inbound that something was wrong. Nothing wrong with the clock. They inbound on the baseline. We continue on. Ball State down by 12, looking to inch their way back with 4:20 to go in this one. Armani Ziegler straight away, carves his way to the cup, up and over. Doesn't even graze the rim. Elmer the rebound. Miami back with it with Luke Skaljak from Brecksville, Ohio, the sophomore. They hand off Elmer. Atlason thought about a left wing 3. That would have been a heat check. But a step back, far corner 3, fouled by Jones. It'll be 3 free throws for Almar Atlason.
Man, it looked like that was really good defense. That's a tough one for Mason Jones right there. Had him step for step. Maybe just was slightly in that landing space that you're not allowed to be in.
Tough for the Cardinals, too, because you allow a guy like Atlason, who is a 87% free throw shooter, leading this team in free throws, and as I say that, he misses the second. J. Anthony Bearden, he checks in for Mason Jones. For Jones, that's his 3rd foul of the game. And Atlason goes 2 for 3. 79-65, a 14-point Miami lead. Under 4 minutes to go in the second half. J. Anthony Bearden with control at the Cardinal head. The give to Elmore James to his left. Now Ziegler. He's in some trouble. Has to kick it over to J. Anthony Bearden in the paint. Up and over and good for J. Anthony Bearden. He has 4 points today.
He's had quite the afternoon.
Yeah.
He's had quite the afternoon, stepping up when we did not expect his name to be called much, if really at all today.
Atlason, top of the key. Goes over to his right in a jam. Back up and over. Swirls out. Fish to the board for the Cardinals. Devin Barnes. Step back action on the left side into the mid-range area. Foul called on the floor. Miami called with it. Devin Barnes will go to the free throw line as the Cardinals are in the bonus. And Peter Suter checks back into the game for the Redhawks with 4 fouls, but at this point, they're up by 12. Not really risking much.
And 3 minutes left. You know, it's not a whole lot of time left. And as a fourth-year senior who's played every year of his collegiate career, at some point as a coach, you got to trust him. And I think that's the right call there from Miami. On the flip side, knocking down both those free throws is huge. Cuts it to 10. They need 2 stops and 2 buckets.
Good way to think about it with 3 minutes to go in this matchup. 79-69. Atlason feed inside for Elmer. He's able to get there, but Ziegler gives him some trouble. Elmer backs him down, up and over, misses it off back iron. Ziegler corrals it with one hand. Right to left he goes. On the block, Ziegler backs down Elmer, goes coast to coast himself. Up and under, it's short with the soft touch.
They're just playing a little one-on-one.
But that's what it's Ziegler against Elmer, I guess. Atlason at the free throw line. Tried to back over Fish. He hands off to Skaljak instead. Right side, Brant Byers. He pushes on Bearden. Intercepted by Barnes on the pass to the far corner. Foul called in the process on Miami. Goes against Peter Suter, it appears, which would be his 5th foul, which means it would be the last we see of him.
Did you see what happened right there? It looked like Barnes hooked his arm as he was riding by.
Yes.
Smart play.
Yes, Suter is frustrated. That is his 5th foul, so he is done for the day, but at the same time, he's contributed enough for his team. 10 points for Suter on the day. Miami leads by 10 with 2:08 to go. And Kyle Waltz checks in for him. Devin Barnes to shoot free throws for Ball State. 2:08 to go in this matchup. Cardinals, they look to crawl their way back in the MAC opener as Barnes hits the first free throw. Devin Barnes is crazy. One of very few players in NCAA basketball to still be using his COVID year.
That's right. Yeah, I remember we talked about that on game number 1.
Yeah, which is it's still nuts to me. That era has definitely, for the most part, died out, but Devin Barnes, I guess, is the last of a dying breed.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
79-71. Atlason drives in, slams it home with the foul. And that is all she wrote here from Worthen Arena. Almar Atlason, the cherry on top. What a day he's had. Make it 25 points. Looks for 26 with the 3-point play coming up.
It has been the Atlason second half. Oh my goodness. From beyond the arc to now finishing with a little slam and one.
Yeah.
Hitting the free throw, converting.
Unreal what Atlason has done for Miami, especially in this second half. 82-71, it's all but over here. Miami with an 11-point lead. Cardinals trying to do all they can, though. Elmore James, right wing, 3. Off the side of the rim, goes on the top of the backboard and in. That took 3 bounces. How about that for Elmore James? It is 82-74. Cardinals have it within 8 to the right side. Brant Byers in control for Miami. Luke Skaljek, bounce pass middle of the lane for Byers, intercepted by James. A scuffle on the floor. Miami comes away with it. No whistle, though. These fans are furious. Brant Byers wide open underneath the basket, tried to slam it home. It rimmed out. Foul call on the floor. Byers is shaken up. That's a scary one because he was hanging on the rim and came down.
Muncie faithful does not like that strain of calls.
Byers is able to get up on his own power, but he's limping away. But with 57 seconds to go, so much happened on that last play. I think they called that on Ball State. They call it against Fish, it looks like. They're showing it on the big screen, and I think that's just going to make the fans even angrier. But now 82-74, Miami out in front. For Ball State, just looking at the upcoming schedule, it's so weird. We open MAC play, and then you go up against a week from Monday at home against a Division III school, Earlham, at 7 o'clock. Now you're back in MAC play after that on January 3rd at Buffalo.
Yeah, it's very odd.
Yeah.
It's very odd. It's not normal, irregular. I'm not sure why that happened.
But it's great for Earlham, though.
It is.
Yeah, from Richmond, Indiana. I believe they're the Quakers.
That's a big test for them.
Oh, yeah. It was the same thing for Mansfield, the Division II team that Ball State played early on in the year. Remember, Mansfield had that within 4 at halftime. Cardinals were able to completely run away with it in the latter half, but still, I mean, yeah, it's always a great test. I mean, it doesn't matter what Division I team it is, you know, for a Division II, Division III school to come on the road and test themselves. I mean, that's always a really cool opportunity. That'll be the last game of 2025 for the Cardinals. So still in the timeout with 82-74 in Miami's favor. The officials talking to Michael Lewis and company on the Cardinals side out of the timeout. Redhawks are 57 seconds away from victory to start 12-0, continuing their best start in school history. Also continuing their hot streak against Ball State, where they've won the last 4 matchups against the Cardinals. They've won 8 of the last 11. Officials talk to Travis Steele. Going deeper into the matchup, though, the Cardinals, they've played against Miami on this date, December 20th. They've played them twice on December 20th. They lost both matchups. They were both here in Muncie. The years they happened, 1972 and 1945.
I remember those games.
Oh, yeah. You were around for those.
Yeah, some good basketball back then.
So how about that? Offsetting flagrant fouls on both teams. So both teams to shoot 2 free throws out of that. That is interesting. You don't see that every day. But it's big for the Cardinals because before Miami gets their chance to shoot 2 free throws with Elmore James as he hits the first, if he's able to go 2 for 2, it's all of a sudden a 2-possession game. He does just that, 76-82. Now it's Miami's turn with Brant Byers going to the line.
Byers got to knock these down. That was huge that Elmore James knocked down both of those.
Crowd letting him hear it. He hits the first. So big for Miami because now it's back to a 3-possession game with under a minute to go. 2 for 2. How about that? Not only that, Miami does get possession as well. Or sorry, Ball State does. No, I was right the first time. I was right the first. They were guiding Ziegler to the baseline.
You never know with those offsetting fouls.
And Ziegler gets the takeaway for the Cardinals, so I guess I was right in some way. Ziegler straight away thought about the three, kicks over left side James. Now Ziegler drives in hard, up and under with the foul. Armani Ziegler to shoot 2 free throws, trying to get this back into a 2-possession game, down by 8 with 43 seconds to go. About 13 seconds separating shot and game clock. Ball State, they have no timeouts left. Keep that in mind. Miami has 3. First free throw off the front of the rim.
Man, was that a loud one. That was a loud miss.
And that is a tough one because no matter what Ziegler is able to do here, as he hits the second, still a 3-possession lead for Miami as Davion Hill checks in for Jawan Maxey. The Red Hawks inbound, left to right they go. Cardinals full court press and a foul call before they even get the inbound. Devin Barnes fouls Luke Skaljak.
Man, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. The Muncie faithful does not like that call. Barnes looked like he had his hands up.
But here we go, Luke Skaljak to inbound, the sophomore from Brecksville Broadview Heights High School in Ohio. First free throw swirls in. Played with both of his brothers in high school, older and younger. Had to be a fun dynamic over there. Hits the second free throw. He was actually offered by Akron as well. Travis Steele's brother, John Gross, over there. Devin Barnes drives in for Ball State. Hands off Caden Fish underneath the basket, misses it long. And that's all she wrote with 30 seconds to go. Miami, they lead by 9. They get it across the half-court line left to right. Ball State pokes it away. Atlason gets it back for Miami, though. Just over a second separating shot and game clock. 10 seconds to go. Cardinals back off. 5 on the shot clock. And that'll about do it. Shot clock expires with 2 seconds. Ball State inbounds, and that's your ball game. And that'll do it here from Muncie. The Miami, Ohio Redhawks continue their best start in school history with an 86-77 win over Ball State. They continue their hot stretch. They're 12-0.
12-0.
Yeah, nuts. What Travis Steele has done with this program has been very impressive in his 4th season. Came over from Xavier. He was the head honcho there. Goes from the Big East to the MAC. And he shows why he was coaching at that high of a level, doing great things for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, this is it's a good win. It's always good to start 1-0 in conference play. But keeping the perfect season alive, man, that's impressive. Struggling with some adversity. Didn't have the perfect game. Nevertheless, you had some guys step up that don't necessarily stick out on the stat sheet. Cardinals fought really hard, but the Miami Redhawks did their thing, closed it out, and remain one of the best teams in the country.
Yeah, not only that, Miami, you look at their upcoming schedule, they play Milligan coming up. Actually, in just a couple of days, they're back in action at home against Milligan. I don't believe they're a Division I school either.
Maybe it's just a MAC thing.
Yeah, maybe it is, because after that, they're back in action in MAC play on the 30th at Bowling Green. Their first true test in MAC play will be January 9th when they travel to Toledo. Toledo was a team that was in the thick of it. They lost in heartbreaking fashion in the MAC tournament last year. Maybe Toledo looking for some revenge as well. But 86-77, who is a player? I mean, there are so many guys from Miami, but who is a guy that really stood out to you from the Red Hawks?
Well, I think the confidence and, one, the surprise, especially because it was in the first half when they were down. Elmer's play, just knocking down threes, getting to the cup, playing with a lot of confidence, I think was super, super valuable because no one else had really stepped up in the first half like he had. And that's when it was the closest. And I think they win this game, and he's a huge reason why.
Yeah, you look at Ian Elmer, 20 points, 7 rebounds. Almar Atlason, too, 26 points for him, 4 boards, unreal, 23 minutes off of the bench for him. Atlason, his basketball journey's been unreal. Growing up in Iceland, then he goes to Bradley for a couple of years. He's all freshman team in the conference, goes over to the MAC, and he's looking to help Miami win their first MAC title since 2007.
Yeah, if he can play like this throughout the MAC season, watch out. And not only in the MAC, but I mean, this team is built to go in March. This team is strong, balanced, fundamental. They have a handful of leaders, and the coaching staff believes in them. This team's very, very good, and I think the country is going to have their eyes opened to this Miami team as they continue to win.
Yeah, Miami, the big matchup for them coming up January 3rd at home. Brother against brother, John Gross and the Akron Zips traveling to take on Travis Steele and the Miami Redhawks. That'll be probably the biggest matchup, not just for Miami in this stretch coming up in the next few weeks, but probably for the entire Mid-American Conference.
Oh yeah, it's one that everyone's going to have their eyes on because it's a team that everyone knows is good at the mid-major level in Akron, and then an up-and-coming team that was so close last year to winning this conference that has put together quite an off-season and then come in here 1-0 in conference play, undefeated in general. Man, you can't beat that.
Yeah, Akron, it's interesting. They lose MAC Player of the Year, Nate Johnson. He goes to Kansas State in the portal. But they retain Tavari Johnson, Shama Scott, and they've kind of been the leaders of this Akron team, and they are also off to a really good start.
Yeah, it's not like Miami's like by far the best team in the MAC. Now, granted, they definitely are the best team right now, and rightfully so. But Akron, it's not just a, hey, they're the reigning champs. It's, hey, they're the reigning champs, and they're still really, really good. Like, they're still the team that has the target on their back in the MAC. And so that game, it's going to have all of college basketball fans' eyes. Miami, Akron, two brothers going at it. That's going to be a fun one.
Either way, it'll be a fun one for sure. LJ, any last words for the people?
Well, Roen, it's been a fun day. It's been a long one, even though it's only 4 o'clock right now, but it's been a fun one. Exciting basketball, doubleheader. Cardinals win in the women's one against a very improved Eastern Michigan team. They fall short to one of the only undefeateds left in the country in Miami of Ohio. Got to watch some good players, good teams, duke it out here in Muncie, Indiana, and most importantly, got to get some reps here over winter break with you. Roen, it's been a good time.
Oh, always a great time with you, LJ. Final score, Miami 86, Ball State 77 for Roen Elbert and LJ Shrieve. Good night, Muncie.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.